Okay, Success Nation, this is your host Michael Nguyen from asiansuccessmagazine.com, where successful entrepreneurs show you how they build companies and achieve success. Let's get started then. I seem thrilled to introduce my guest today, Leran Liu. Leran is CTO and co-founder of CAMINTEL Group, a mobile startup focuses on building capabilities around the proximity technology such as the near-field communication and Bluetooth. CAMINTEL has won several startup contests, including the Silicon Valley Technology Innovation and Entrepreneurship Forum, the Miller Lite Tap, the Future Shark Tank, and the UTD Business Idea Competitions. Leran, are you prepared to inspire?
Oh, yes, definitely. I'm
All
always
right.
ready.
Well, let's get started. I've given our listeners just a little overview about CAMINTEL and you. So take a minute and tell us about you personally. We want to get to know you and then give us an overview about your business.
Yeah, sure. So this CAMINTEL is stand for Collaborative Advanced Media Intelligence. So it was funded about a year ago in the U.S. with my partner from New York. So we were classmates from UT Arlington about 10 years ago. And one day he just approached me that he has an idea about near-field communication, this technology, and I was so fascinated about this. And my background was computer science in bachelor and MBA from UT Dallas. So I was, trying to play with this new technology and then build up a type prototype, and I would decide to join. And so I quit my full-time job and my other startup, and then full-time on this last year. And it was just quite a journey. Last year we did a very interesting projects from Post Foods doing the marketing materials and also political campaigns.
All right, thank you for that. So here at the Asian Success Show, we start every show with our guest favorite success quote. It's our way of getting the motivation ball rolling. So Leran, what is your favorite success quote, and how do you apply it to your everyday mentality?
My favorite quote is "seize the opportunity." That's the first phrase I saw that when I first came to the U.S. 1999. I was 16 years old, and I was watching a TV show called The Wheel of Fortune, and that phrase just kept in my mind just since then. And then every time when I do any work, any startup, and I just use that seize the opportunity. But the question, I didn't understand that phrase until later on, that you have to be ready to seize the opportunities. Otherwise, when the opportunity comes, you don't know that's an opportunity until you are prepared. So that's what I kind of use every day is my capabilities actually identify the opportunity and seize the opportunity. And then the most important thing is follow through. You have to follow through your opportunities.
Absolutely. I think as an entrepreneurs and everyone knows that they got to seize every single opportunities that they have to realize their dreams.
And also, I just want to point out one other thing is, the thing is with opportunity, and it also has cost, right? And you just have to be able to identify what your strengths are that can help, seize the opportunity and then bring up to the next level.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, let's delve into our next topic. Let's talk about failure. We try to go into the journey of our spotlight entrepreneurs and all of the entrepreneurs. Somewhere in that journey lies the failure. So, Leran, tell us about the failure in your journey, starting with the event leading up to this failure.
Oh, okay. That's very. I have one of the failure I had is my first company. It was a startup, and I joined them. The sponsoring for Asian, especially foreigner, you have to go through the H1 visas, and so this company they gave. I worked there many hours, 12 hours, just to kind of help the company. We only have 7 people, but then the CEO is a old CPA, and he started asking employee about to get a personal loan for the company because of the cash flow. So, and my take is, company is helping me, so I should help the company as well. So I lent the money, and then later on, it just never came back. And also before that, before that, he offered employee stock options for 7 cents a share. And then to me, I mean, he draw up a bigger pictures like the the price per stock is gonna go up to $5. So I thought it was my first gold mine, right? And I bought 100,000 shares of them. But then it just ended up that we didn't have money to pay for the rent. It was a commercial rent properties, and then we didn't pay for the rent. And then we had a potluck the other day, like the final days, and so landlord came in and then just said everybody out by 4. And I was literally remember I was holding a pizza and I had to drop them off. And then when I went back to my cubicle and then grab all my stuff, but everything has a lien on it. So that's another word I learned, lien. Um, it just like really from that lessons I learned is that you can't really listen to your salespersons. You have to be, whenever you do your startup, you have to be in that position to understand your customers, understand every sales, and understand every single bit of it. Because I'm not in a position of knowing that. So right now the company filed bankruptcy, and all my 100,000 shares just won a piece of paper.
I see. So
yeah, still that to motivate me and to remind myself.
So the owner asked you guys to each apply for a personal loan.
Yes, that's right.
And then he promised to give you back in form of stocks and option and shares.
That's another two separate approach. One is the stock options, that's for one, and the other thing is the personal loan for the cash flow of the company.
Okay.
And for me, is company is helping me sponsoring, so I just have the appreciation, in my mind. So I think company has trouble, then it's my obligation to help them out, to go through this the painful process.
So now you move on to the next ventures. Yeah. All right. So at some point in your journey, a light bulb came on, and you said, "Aha! This is an awesome idea." So let's hear about the events that leading up to your aha moment.
Oh, yeah, that's very interesting. So after the first company, right, and then the second company, they kind of bought us out, and so we move on to the second company, and it was a healthcare. I was in the healthcare information management for about 9 years, and then sometime the past, like it's in 2008, and we didn't have too much projects, so I just don't want to sit around like a sitting duck. So I told my coworker, I said, you know what, let's do something. We have our strengths. That's what I meant by your capability before you seize the opportunity, right? So I know software development, project management, and so I just talked to my coworkers, say, let's do something. So he started asking around in his friends, and then his friends actually came back to him and say, hey, you know what, I have a great idea. Can you build it for us, or can you build it for me? So he went back and talked to me, and I said, sure, why not? We can do this. So we didn't have the product, but we already have a customer waiting in line to get our product built, and they're ready to sign up. That's my first startup company. I did it in part-time. So basically, it's an output data management system to help company saving postage money by using pre-sort and cash and pay, which is the address correction verifications. That will save company about 12 cents per letters.
So what was the number one clear lesson you learned from this experience?
Oh, the lessons is you have to know the market. The technology is really technology is only the tool, but you have to make sure the market buys for it. The market is ready to buy your products. So once we had the first customers, and then you build your case on top of that, and then we have customer like Del Monte, American Care Source, and Penny Bowls. So some of the big guys, and then Belos. So it just kind of building case by case, but the approach is, you already have a salesperson on your team to bring the pain for you, like, their pain. So you fix their pain and then helping build up the products.
So you partner with your friends who
My
help
friends,
who help
yeah,
you do all the sales, and then you will be responsible for the technical aspect.
exactly. Build up the products, product development.
I see. At that point, how did it grow? What is the total revenues in that?
The total revenue at the first year was about 200K. It's because we were doing part time.
Uh-huh.
It's doing the first, it's the second company that we're in. So it's part time. And then what I learned from this journey, this startup, is that if you want to do a startup, you can't really do a part time. You have to be committed to it, be a full time, focus on it. So it's just the revenue. It's not that, the salesperson is also part time too.
I see.
Yeah. So everything we do is a part time. It's nobody willing to take the risk, and then jump off the boat.
So was that a company that you applied the loan, or
No, it's not. It's the second already.
that the second one that you have right
Yes.
now?
Yeah.
And is that
So the
CAMINTEL?
startup. So this is no. That's a different. So the first startup company is called a Global Print Solution.
Uh-huh.
That's one I did before CAMINTEL,
Gotcha.
and that's what I did for part time for about 4 years.
So how's that company right now? Is it you,
Oh, I
you sold it,
that
or
one.
you sold it, or you left the
Yes.
company?
Yeah, I sold that one. So the lesson I learned is that you can't really do a part time, on a startup. So I sold that one and then went out full time with CAMINTEL last
Okay.
year, the whole
Gotcha.
1 year. So basically, I quit my second job as well, and then basically just cut the clean, start moving on.
Sounds good. Okay, let's talk about CAMINTEL a little bit. What's the story about CAMINTEL?
So the story about CAMINTEL is my partner one time just approached me on LinkedIn, which is great platforms. So I really encourage and urge people to update your resumes, update your profiles on LinkedIn, because you never know when people will come and talk to you. So he came to me and said, hey, Jason, I have this idea. Can you what do you see? What do you see the opportunities? And like I said, is I built up a prototype, and then I said I like it. So I just ready to quit my the second job, and so my first startup, and then ready to move on this one. So I just cut it clean, but I built some prototype before that, and so we just started working on it, and it just rolling out really well. We did some of the success stories, and we were featured in RFID Journal twice last year, and also we applied for the Shark Tank Miller Lite Tap the Future Shark Tank competition last year as well.
Perfect. What is the number one thing that is really exciting you about CAMINTEL?
My partner and the whole team, because we have an Android development team in Madrid, Spain, and we had it for about a year, and then we found him on internships.com.
Wow.
It is. We never know this guy, and we just went on to this website, and he's the only one that kind of follow up with us, and we just keep talking, and he actually brought him over to US twice last year, so he can work with us and understand the culture and what we are. And also my partner has a military background, so it's all about the execution and attention to details.
So hold on. So you found him. You found the guy from what's that, from internship.com?
Yeah, internships.com.
And where did you bring him from?
Madrid, Spain.
Spain?
Yes.
Wow, that's
Madrid.
awesome. So you brought him from Spain to the US twice.
Yes, last year,
And-
April, and
And is he working for you guys now, or he's back to Spain?
he's working for us full time, and he's responsible for our Android development. So we have our app in the Google Play.
It's
I don't know
awesome.
if you can see it.
Saw it.
It's our app. It's called a Touch to Like, NFC Touch to Like.
Yeah. All right. I have a question for you. I mean, there's so many other websites to find contractors, such as what is that? Some of the
Indeed,
in the
free
ULANs,
freelance.
and things like that. But what brought you to internship.com, and what are your experience with that?
Actually, we tried all of them. it's, we tried Elance, we tried Indeed.com, we also tried Craigslist, and the internship. So basically, for us to attract the talents, we just have to go through a different approach. And actually, it's him that actually follow through and keep communicating with us. So many candidates, so many people have to go through, who are humble, who are eager to learn. And he's the one that we actually, before we call him over, we talk to him on the phone, go to meetings for about 4 months.
Wow. Okay. So the ability to follow through with your needs and keep communicating with you guys, and
Exactly.
that's what
Exactly.
matters.
That's what really the biggest lesson. One of the lessons I learned is to follow through. A lot of people, they don't follow through, and that's where you miss the opportunities.
Absolutely. Leran, can you share with us the current state of CAMINTEL in terms of revenues and the growth, and how?
Sure. Sure. So the for NFC stand for near field communication. So it's really an emerging technology, and basically it's connect the real world to real world, like offline to online.
Mm-hmm.
Basically like a QR code. And since it's an emerging technology, only works for Android and BlackBerry and Windows Phone. So there's some limited markets. Even though Android take more than what Apple's now, it just market acceptance. We have to educate the consumer, we have to educate the enterprise. So right now, for the last year, all we did is nurturing the market, nurture and then show, educate consumers. So as far as the revenue is not significant enough.
Okay, I understand that because that's a startup companies and you're still growing. Share with the audience some of the clients or the customers that you sign up on board.
So the customer we have is Post Foods, the cereal maker. So we have them. We did their 2 marketing engagement campaigns, and also we have customer in the restaurant industries. So basically, we provide instant review systems for the restaurant operators.
How does it work then? You said instant review system. Can you tell more about it?
Sure. Basically, if you go to a restaurant, and we all know that when you receive a bill host, on the right side is the bill and the receipt, right? And then on the left, they usually give you a comment cards, and nobody really fill out those comment cards. And what we did is we applied this technology on the left side of the bill host, where consumer can using their phones and then tap on those tags, and it will instantly bring up the review and the survey page, and then they can answer the surveys, and then you go to the coupon afterwards.
I see. So you have to. How do you make that receipt as interactive using the NFC technology so that they can do the review?
Basically, NFC is a form of RFID, so it has a chip and a sensor inside, and then basically you can apply that on the left side of the bill host, and it has a sticker called a white inlay, and once you apply it, and then your phone, Android phone, tablet, it will automatically launch. I can show you example.
How's the cost coming along to produce those stickers to put it on the receipt and things like that?
Well, I have one example. Is my business card. It already has NFC enabled. So right now it's about $1 for the cost. Yes, but if you're just doing the sticker by itself, it's probably ranging from 50 cents to 80 cents.
I see.
Depends on the type and the memory size.
I found a story when you use technology to help one of the politicians. Can you share the story about it and how you guys came in contact with him and how you help him?
Yes. So basically, is my partner. He knows this candidate, named Rico Reyes. So he's running for Austin District representatives, and he said, hey, we have a great technology, and we can help you to engage with your consumers, or I mean the voters. So he said, yeah, let's try it. So we work with his campaign manager, and we set up the goal, our objectives, and what we need to deliver. And so we talked to our suppliers in the California, and we're able to produce 5,000 of those mailers, those stickers, and then I drove to Austin, and they will have the mailer ready, and we'll apply those stickers on those the mailers. So when the voters receive those mailers, and they were able to engage with this candidate, okay, on their mobile phones. Yeah, NFC, QR code, and text messaging. So 360-degree cover him. So when the voters touch the mailers, I will launch his personal video message, and YouTube, and campaign, and then donation page, all in one page. So bring the voters closer.
Now let me ask you this: out of 5,000 mailers would have stickers on it, what is the response rate, success rate that people actually leverage or use the technologies to interact?
So what we found is about 10%.
2%?
Yeah, 10%.
10% or 2%?
Yeah, 10%.
10%, okay.
Yes, so it's actually a lot more than the traditional methods. So basically, for the NFC, we were able to track the click-through rates, and then we know who, we know who at what time touched those mailers, and then watch the videos or like him on the Facebooks. And we find out interesting enough is that they use the NFC more than the QR code.
What is your the interactivity success rate compared to the text message? I know that the NFC right now, as you mentioned, is limited to a numbers of technology like Android and Windows Phone, right?
Yes.
No iPhone available?
No, iPhone is not available.
Yeah. So how is that compared with the success rate of text message? Because everyone can really do a text message, right?
That's correct. We did actually, for this campaign in particular, the text message, we only got 2. So that's the thing is, when we promote the NFC and the QR code, and also as well as the text message, it's actually hurting us, because you have too many approaches. Yeah, either people do NFC and then they won't do a SMS.
I see. So you choose to do one.
We're actually we want to provide more kind of approach methods, but at the end we're kind of hurting ourselves by providing this SMS capabilities.
So you're saying that it hurts you guys because
Right.
because you provide the SMS capabilities with
Yes,
the NFC?
That's correct.
Can you clarify
So
more about it, like why it hurts? Yeah, you guys.
Yeah, we're proximity. We're a proximity technology company startup. So the SMS is something that we want to try as a different approach. But when you're doing a startup as NFC focus, using the technology to help company or helping business to solve problems, but we're adding the SMS capability on top of us, but it's like our approach are different. It's too like a shotgun approach.
I see.
And we should be more focused onto like our capability that our strengths are.
I see. So after the successful launch with the politicians, I forgot what his name again is. Rico Reyes, right? Rico Reyes. Did you guys get any real revenue?
We got people interested. We got people interested sending us emails saying that they want partners, and then we also got some investor VCs interested in us as well. So right now we're just kind of in contact with them and just communicating.
How did you orchestrate more referrals from this successful launch with Rico Reyes?
I think it was good. It's like because we were featured in the RFID journals, and people searching for politics or searching for engagement, and we're always on the first page. So there's a lot of people. Even though he didn't win the elections, but it is we're really glad that we're part of this journey that we're the first to provide these capabilities for political campaigns using new technologies.
I'm curious, who are your competitors in this field?
There's some competitors, but they're mainly on the app itself. Some of them on the app. Basically, what I'm saying the app is basically they build up an app and then educate the consumers to engage with the tag. So as far as the large scales, we don't really see many competitors as the NFC or this field is really fragmented.
What made you believe so much about your product?
Oh, because I built it. because I spent the time to build it and actually took the time to think about the capabilities. So what we built this is very unique is that for NFC tag, okay, for the stickers, whenever a consumer, a person touch the tag, and I can make it will deliver a dynamic content. What I mean dynamic content, that means it's the same tag at the different times and then different time of the day and also different number of touches. I can deliver different content on your mobile phone. So I have an algorithm behind it it is great to use for marketing materials, promotional.
What is your target audience for this technology?
The target audience actually is really wide. So we can use in the restaurant. We can also use in the museum. So let me give you an example of the museum is, or art gallery, right? You go to an art gallery, you saw the piece of art, and then on the next to it, there's some description in the white box, right? And then there are not many maybe assistants there to help you explaining the history of that piece of art. So what if I give you these stickers, you put it next to that web box, and the audience can just using their phone and tap on the stickers, and then we'll load all that history of the art, that piece of art, and then later on we'll lead it to purchase.
Wow. So you put all the museums exhibitors out of work.
Yeah, just make it information.
I'm just joking, but yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Oh, okay. So basically, you can replace some of because I went to China last year, and then at the Forbidden City, they have some sort of what is that? Some sort of player or something. You can listen to the history and things like that. But that can replace as well, right?
That one is actually went there too. I experienced that as well. It's like you walk into a certain zone and start talking about that history of that place.
So what vision did you have for the future of CAMINTEL?
Well, the CAMINTEL is, like I said, we're still new, and then the market wasn't ready. We're still kind of waiting for the market to be exploded, and because NFC is really mean to an end, and it really kind of connect the offline object to an online experience, especially on the mobile phones. So we're just keep building our capabilities and then focus on to a couple of the vertical industry, in the restaurant, in the marketing, and in the promotional, and we're always looking for partners. We're always looking for partners to grow together because this market is really, really opportunity is very big.
I think I heard this year that Apple will release its iPhone 6 or something like that. Do you think that they have the NFC built in?
Hopefully, but I don't really know. And actually, our different approaches, we also develop a tablet, our own tablet that has NFC readers in the front. So what we can do is, in order for the consumer doesn't have to have a phone, they can use a tablet, and also you have your the cars, to engage with the merchandise. Yeah, the merchandise.
So your cost of $1 for the sticker is your is the cost to manufacture the stickers.
Yes, manufacture and
But
printing and
after that,
everything.
you put a markup on the stickers, or
Yes,
for
about
5%
5%.
of markup.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
And but when you sell your service, do you sell only the stickers, or what, or did you package more stuff or more services to that stickers?
Yeah, more services. More services. So basically, what we do is we have the sticker, but sticker is not, it's not where we make money. It's the service and then big data.
Let's pick one example. Let's say a restaurant business, and then if they use your your touch to like technology, and
Yep.
tell me the process of how you would make their dream come true experience.
Sure. So basically, in the restaurant operators, the manager or the owner always want to know the quality of the services or the food quality. So that's why they give out the comments cards. And right now, the problem is that they're using the paper analog, and then not many people, fill this out. And then, or on the receipt, you saw those like you go to this website, enter this code, and do all this, answer the survey. So what we do is we provide these stickers for the on the bill holes, and the diner, will engage with that bill holes and then answer the feedback and then talk about the customer services, the food qualities, and basically it's instantly, and then we can build that capability where the owners, the restaurant owners, and the manager will understand this. Will understand the service quality. Will understand the what the diners like and don't. But pretty much instantly, it's the information, rich
So
information.
as a business owner, they're so busy of operating the business, and then did you give them the data for them to analyze, or you analyze for them?
Oh well, we kind of analyze them. We'll build up dashboards. We'll build the dashboards, and then so they were able to log in. View the survey, view the questions, and how many people like it, how many people don't like it. So basically, we'll provide all that, data and business intelligence for them to look up online. So they don't have to really work on those operations, because they're really busy on the operation side.
Let's talk about your experience when competing for a Shark Tank competitions.
Sure. So basically, this is very interesting. Very interesting journey because we've never done a large audience or large competition before, and we're really well prepared for it. We spent about $1,000 on the marketing materials, and we practice our lines, and we're just practicing for about a year rehearsal. For a month rehearsal, and we build up our demos and make sure it works really well, and then we'll have to think different scenarios. Like say, if Wi-Fi doesn't work, if this doesn't work, if that doesn't work, what's the backup plan? What's the backup plan on this and that? So it's really very intense preparation.
So with the intense preparation, how did you? So you went all the way to the quarterfinal.
Yeah, basically it's a Miller Lite version, kind of Miller Lite Shark Tank co-join, the events, and so basically they pick out 5 semifinal from each regional, and there are about 2,000 contestants, or 2,000 more. That's what they told us, 2,000 more, and then 5 in each regions, and we're in the central regions, one of the 5, and then but we didn't pass the region.
So what you learned from that experience when presenting your business idea at the Shark Tank competition?
Simple your presentation, or basically is to too complicated. Especially at the events like that, you have to really put into a simple terms, because then John, the first question he asks is, "I don't get it." That's his first reaction, and then we know that we screwed this up. We didn't do really well on explaining our technology, also our capabilities.
Okay, so the first question he told you that I didn't get it, and then how did you come back with a simpler explanation.
Yeah, we basically we give the explanation. So remember I said like we prepare the demos. So basically we have to bring up the demos and actually show him. The problem is that he's really far away from us. We can't really go to in front of him to show him actually how this works, because every time when we show anyone that this our demos, and they all think it's wow factors. They think it's really cool. They think there's a need for it. He just didn't get to see that. He's really far away. He didn't get to see what we're doing, and that's really the lesson learned is have to be really simple. Simplify your presentation.
But the key is how can you make such a complex technology, such as or a new technology like the NFC to simpler terms, so that people can understand.
Yeah, that's what we learned. That's what we're still learning. That we're still kind of perfecting, the words and also the use cases. And from all those examples, maybe we can come up with very simple terms.
So, what is your proudest entrepreneurial moment?
I guess the one thing is to see that customer are using your technology or using your products, and then you engage with them, and then you ask them that how do you like it, and the answer is that yes, this solving our problems, that saving our time, saving our money, and that's the most exciting moments, because you know that whatever you're creating is actually helping other
I see.
people.
So
And then
someone that
that's
you
great
that you
moment.
can help people grow, then you help contribute in some way. What was holding you back from becoming an entrepreneur?
I don't know. I always want to do entrepreneur. I don't really see anything holding me back. Probably the only thing is that you're out of your comfort zone. You're for example, let's say you have to do a public speaking. In the some of the audience events to talk about your products, and maybe it's your shortage. It's like your shortfall that kind of holds you back. But at some point you have to overcome those obstacles, and and move on and improve. I think it's really out of your comfort zone is kind of holding me back, and I'm sure holding the most of the
So in
entrepreneurs
other words,
back.
you would recommend people to go beyond your comfort zones and grow and learn more.
Yes,
I see.
yes.
What is the one of the best advice you have ever received?
The best attention to detail.
Attention to detail.
To detail. Yeah,
How does it
attention to
apply
details.
to your
Yes.
to your everyday work? And
Basically, it's we had issue with customers, and it's some of the little detail things that it's like a detail, devil in details. Is whenever people talk about detail is really nothing. You have to look at the whole picture, but really it's the detail that determine the outcome of your ventures. Because people, if you don't really pay attention to the little detail things, and then people view that as the bigger pictures in their mind, in their perspective views. For instance, the one that we did for Post Food, we print out the cards. The color is not that vivid as in the prototype or in the sample. So and also there's like typos, those little details. Once we send out thousands of them, it's actually gonna hurt their business. And then the branding is the most important things to them, as well as to us. So attention to detail is magnify magnify the problem that you have to fix those. You have to make sure that everything is perfect. So the outcome is really can be varies if you don't pay attention to
I totally agree.
details.
And sometimes I got trapped with the lacks of attention to detail, and luckily my staff they know they help me out with that. Can you share one of your personal habits that you believe contributes to your success?
Wow, personal habit. Reading and also using the theory to apply to a practical.
Okay.
Right now I'm reading a book. It's published in Chinese. It's called "What if I give you $100 million? Okay, what are you gonna do with that?" So basically, for us entrepreneurs, we approached our VC. I said, our product is great, and we can do this and that. But what if turn it around? Investor asks you, okay, I give you $100 million. What can you do with that? What's your plan? And then some of the entrepreneurs will kind of back out because they are not confident, in their products. They're not. For some reason, it's like people when people give you that much money and then you hesitate it because that's their money. You gotta be really prepared. You gotta be really careful using those money to grow your business, right? So from that book, some of the theory that I learned, I'll apply that to my daily operations, to my thinking of running a business.
So if you could recommend one book to our listeners, what would it be?
The book is called Raising. I think it's called Raising Venture Capitals for Serious Entrepreneurs.
All right, Success Nation, if you haven't already, you can get the audio version of this book or any book you want for free by going to asiansuccessbook.com, and that is asiansuccessbook.com. Do you have any internet resource like Evernote that you are in love with and you would share with our listeners?
TechCrunch.
TechCrunch.
TechCrunch. Yeah, to talk about all the business, and I think that's really great resources. And also AngelList. Yeah, so AngelList talk about all the startup in the mostly in Silicon Valley. And you can see what they do, and also they have a lot of hiring. They hire very bright, sharp, people to join their team, and that's all I need. Just go back to my first quote. I said, seize the opportunity, but you have to be ready for it, right? So if you have the technical skill or if you have the business skills that they're looking for, and all you need to do is join the team and contribute, attention to details, and the focus, and then you will shine, and then the startup will also grow together, and then they will eventually get bought out or get more VCs, and that's how you make your first go bucket.
All right, Success Nation, you can find links to this resource and everything else we've been chatting about in today's episode by going to asiansuccessmagazine.com /Leran Liu. Leran, I got a question for you. It's kind of doozy a little bit, but imagine that you woke up tomorrow morning in a brand new world, identical to Earth, but you knew no one. You still have all the experience and knowledge you currently have. Your food and shelters are taken care of, but all you have is a laptop and $500. What would you do in the next 7 days? To take your time and think it through a little bit.
I'll use that. Basically, I'll use the internet with the laptop. If I can get on the internet, if it's identical, I will basically post myself available to certain skills, and then if they have a Craigslist or if they have some website, basically I will just use that to look for partners. Yeah, for partners to to find out what are the needs, what are the needs and what I can provide, and use that $500. Basically can do marketing, to actually having people pay out for commission to do ventures, and because your time, your time can contribute to building up the products, building the capabilities, and just partner with people to build a better.
That's what
ventures.
I like about you and all the entrepreneurs. You're always looking for a problem to solve. I truly enjoy listening to your journeys, and all the stories you share were very inspiring. Give Success Nation one parting piece of guidance and share the best way we can find you, and then we say goodbye.
Sure. It's just a story. I think I really like this approach, and like Michael, you've done a great job, and I understand the entrepreneurs. It can be really lonely. For every entrepreneur, it's a really lonely place. Nobody really understands you. Only you understand yourself, but you have this the charm and the energy to attract other people to help you succeed. I really like the approach that spreading out the Asia success stories and to help each other out. And that's what I do too. Is from UT Dallas, I formed the student organization called Chinese Alumni Network, where we can help the younger generations to grow and then give them the platform, the opportunities. Like me for the first immigrations, you have to fight everything, yourself. But with the worldwide that connected, we really wanted to help each other, help each entrepreneur.
Alright, Success Nation is well aware of that they can find links to everything of value that we have mentioned in today's episode by going to asiansuccessmagazine.com.